Welcome back to the D&D Talk Wrestling Weekly Rewind.
Where we go over what happened in the week of wrestling, we go outside of the ropes, and then we do a little promos at the end there. So, we will start with Dynamite from last week.
Okay.
This was their go-home show before Revolution, which I did watch on Monday. It was actually really good. So, they started off with Brian Keith and the Don Callis family of Brian Cage, Lance Archer, and Mean Mark Davis. I don't know where he got the mean from. Versus Mark Briscoe.
Because he's not nice.
Probably because he wears, it looks like he wears yoga pants. Versus Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Powerhouse Will Hobbs, and Will Ospreay. Ospreay hit the hidden blade on the Brian Keith to pick up the win for the team. I love watching Ospreay every week. I know I've said it before, but he was better in New Japan, but seeing him every week is amazing.
I think he might be number 2 on your
I learned some. He was on CVV. I learned some stuff that I have in the outside the ropes part, but he flies back home every week.
Well, isn't he a big family guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't go to WWE. Well, that's one of the reasons. But he flies home every week and then flies back.
That's crazy.
Next, we had Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa versus Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. Megan Bayne gets the win with the Fate's Descent, which is her F5. But she's getting that Jade Cargill push that they already did. And they're not even 5 years in. But there's another big fan, Jade Cargill, yeah. Next, we had Switchblade.
I can see the excitement.
Dude, I can't.
I can see.
Next, we had Switchblade Jay White versus Platinum Max Caster. I think Caster's becoming a jobber because Jay White hit the Blade Runner in 4 seconds and won the match. He is doing this best wrestler alive because he even trademarked it, so he walks around with the trademark. But they're just making him a jobber.
I guess it's just contradicting his...
I mean, yeah, kind of his best wrestler alive. He's got a shirt that says, "We'll never shut up," and I was like, do I need that?
I think you do.
I think I do. Next was Brody King and Swerve Strickland versus Kazuchika Okada and Ricochet for a main event. That was amazing. All the high flying stuff they did, and then Brody King being a beast. I just don't like how it ended because Ricochet hit Swerve with Okada's belt to get the 1-2-3 pinfall. But it was an amazing match, especially for those four to have a main event on a random Wednesday. It was really good. That was a main event for Dynamite, so nothing really happened on Impact.
I feel like you say that every week.
I feel like they're slowing down with their WWE TNA stuff. I go on and I do recaps, and it's just this match happened, this match happened, this match happened. There's not
Well, I mean, they just had that big pay-per-view.
Yeah. Cora Jade showed up because she's going to challenge Masha Slamovich for the women's title, I think, at their pay-per-view, at TNA's pay-per-view, but I want TNA to get better. Plus, I want them to be on an actual channel we could watch.
Yeah, that's the
problem. Because I don't I like watching clips of it on Twitter and reading about what happened, but I'd rather watch it.
I want to see the whole match.
Yeah, I want to see
everything that leads up to it. Yeah,
I want to watch the backstage stuff. I want to learn because I guarantee you, there's people there that neither one of us know about, but we would instantly fall in love with.
I would.
There's got.
I would agree. There has to be.
There's always been people in Impact where we're like, oh man, this guy's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. So when I end up liking them, you'll end up just making fun of me for it.
No, that's not gonna happen. I like Seth. I like how he won on Monday, but we'll get to that.
I like how that finish was too. So, all right.
So what happened on SmackDown?
So what happened on SmackDown?
Yeah.
Well, I was about to tell you before you interrupted me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay.
That's just our shtick.
It typically happens.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So on SmackDown, people wrestled.
On the Saturday. I feel like that's your thing every other week. You do that.
What?
People wrestled. Stuff happened.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Tell me I'm
actually.
wrong.
Yo, this episode would be 4 seconds long if we did that.
All right, so SmackDown started off with Orton's promo. Basically, one of my favorite parts of the promo is when he was making fun of Cena. And he said Cena was top of the profession, but he's just a bottom for The Rock.
That was when he did that. I was like, wow. You could see he was getting hot. He was getting red. I'm like, oh, he's actually getting into it.
And it gives a new description for The Rock Bottom.
That was funny.
Yeah, I like that.
He was stuttering on his words a little bit. You can see the actual passion in him talking.
And then he talked a little bit about Kevin Owens, said that he's going to show that Pat McAfee is the second best punter.
That was a good one, too.
Roster.
That was a good line, too.
He was kind of on fire with that promo.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, though, Orton and Cena are such good friends Orton could cross the line and say whatever he wants
Yeah,
because he knows
Cena,
it's okay.
Cena would be like absolutely fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when it eventually, like...
That's going to sound bad. I know what I was about to say, but it's going to sound bad.
No, I'm saying, like, in our comment section, we had the suggestion of cutting promos on each other.
Yeah. We do that. I mean,
we're going to be able to be very good at doing that.
Right.
But we also know that,
we might cross the line, but we also know, like, no homo, but we love each other.
Yeah. I will cross. What do you mean might cross the line? I literally cross the line on a daily basis.
That was in the podcast episode. That wasn't even in the rewind.
I'm just saying, it's the same show.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know.
But that was my example because Orton, you said he was on fire. He was fired up, and I think that's why.
Because, yeah, and he knows he can do it and be okay with it.
Yeah, he can have fun with it.
Right. You know what's kind of funny? Here we go. Tangent number 1. I watched an interview with the dude who plays Captain America.
Chris Evans?
No.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Guy from 8 Mile.
Yeah, well, that's the interview. They did an interview. Him, I guess, right before that final rap battle. Him and Eminem were talking, and like the stuff that Eminem said is actual stuff about. I can't think of his name.
Why can't I think of his name?
Future, not Future.
Not Future.
Oh my god.
Future was Mekhi Phifer.
Oh my god.
Why do I know Mekhi Phifer, and I can't think of this dude's name?
It's but like the actual stuff, like that wasn't in the script. That was actual stuff that they talked about. That's why you can see him like really like when the mic
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, when when the mic was like here and he's shaking, he's like, no, those are real emotions because those were like Eminem was actually talking about me, not about my character. I feel like that's almost like the same thing.
Yeah, I like when the lines get blurred a little bit.
I like when that happens.
And basically just called Cena gay, which it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You can't see him. Never mind. I'm not going anywhere. All right, Tiffany Stratton versus Piper Niven. Stratton hits the moonsault to get the win. After the match, Tiffany is attacked by Charlotte. Just set up for their WrestleMania.
I saw a picture where somebody predicted all the
title. I mean, I love both of them, too. Don't get me wrong.
all the title. After WrestleMania, all the title holders, she was the only one that held her title. Everyone else, like, lost their title.
Because, you know what time it is?
I'd rather it be Tiffy time than Charlotte time.
It's Tiffy time.
I'm over Charlotte Flair, so it's fine.
It's not Charlotte time.
It better never be Charlotte time again. I mean, it's going to be Charlotte time again.
Yeah.
She's going to want to beat her dad's record or be she's going to want to be the Flair of the 14-time women's champs, but like, I don't know.
We're good on that.
We are. We're really good on that. We're really good on that. I wonder who has it now.
After that, we had the number 1 contender tag team triple threat match. Motor City Machine Guns versus Pretty Deadly versus Los Garza. I'm going to ask you, who won that match?
I don't remember. Is that bad?
Go. Go now.
Oh, your boys won. Your boys Pretty Deadly won. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Okay.
Boy.
Yeah. That was a good match.
It was a good match, and I'm finally glad to see these guys get a push.
That's not a Mania match, right?
I don't know. I think Mania is going to be a bunch of them.
I think it's going to be like almost like last year's ladder match.
Which I'll be happy. I'll be live reactioning to that match. That's for sure. I will wear the shirt.
You heard it. You heard it here. You heard it here.
100%.
You heard it here first.
100%. Then we had the Bianca Naomi promo. I think it was a pretty good promo.
I told you this already. When I heard her say, "Yeah, I did it," I just heard Rikishi going, "I did it for The Rock."
I think that's like they weren't trying to copy it, but I think it was kind of thrown in there as like a.
It had to be thrown
like
an
homage,
right
to him.
Because then even, I think Jade. It was either Jade or Bianca put on Twitter. They were like, "Yeah, oh, it was Jade," because she commented. I guess Rikishi said something, and she was like, because she tagged Rikishi. "Don't worry, Rikishi, I'll handle you and your daughter-in-law." And I was like, "Oh, okay,
easy." I don't think that's PG.
I don't think that's PG either. I don't doubt it either, though.
I liked it. Basically, Naomi said that she's the one that attacked Jade, which I called that from the beginning.
Right.
That was a prediction I actually got.
That was the first. I think that's the first one of the channel that you got right.
Yay for me.
I still think Bianca had something to do with it.
I don't know.
I feel like there's still something there.
I mean, I would love to see like Naomi and Jade in a fight and Bianca just destroy Jade.
I have Bianca as like
because that was always the talk. Bianca versus Jade at like Mania.
You can do it, but you can't do it. But those two with Bianca as the referee at Mania would be cool. But can you do it with her having her own match?
I mean, you could.
You could. I mean, because you can have it on separate nights and
depending on what's going to happen in that match.
Right.
We don't know what's Rhea doing. Chilling.
We know what Rhea's doing. We know what that match is going to be.
All right, so then we had Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa. Tama Tonga interferes and gets Solo DQ'd. Winner Braun Strowman. After, Jacob comes out, they start fighting into the crowd, and then Strowman goes over with a choke slam through some crates or something.
And then Jacob got right back up. No, it was 2 tables.
Well, 2 tables.
They fought on the equipment crates.
On the crates. Oh, okay.
And then but then Jacob got up, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Hey, they're pushing this dude.
And I know they're pushing Braun, but I think they're using Braun as like Jacob's going to eventually, I think, destroy him. And
yeah, they're using Braun as like what he can
setup.
do. Yeah, we've seen over the years what Braun can do. He tipped over an ambulance. No, was it an ambulance with Roman in it? Yeah. I feel like he tipped over another truck too. But for everybody to remember that, and then Jacob just destroy him, everybody's going to be like, oh my god.
He's just putting him over.
Yeah.
There, we can't... The most obvious wrestling phrase in the world.
How much more can we say?
We had the women's U.S. title street fight. Chelsea Green, my girl.
Your girl.
And Michin.
You love this match. I don't understand why.
I love this match, and I love Chelsea's outfit.
Because we talked about it. I was like, oh, it's Cardona, and you're like, no, it's Foley. And I went, yeah, you're right. It's Foley.
You know what? I'm going to cut my promo on you now. As a wrestling fan... How did you not know?
Because the first thing I thought of was Cardona wearing it in the Indies.
That's because Cardona wore it.
Because of Foley.
Because of Cactus Jack.
I know. Maybe because my favorite was Dude Love. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I was going to say your favorite would be Dude Love.
It wasn't.
It would. I can see you dancing right now, like doing that little thing.
He needs to team up with...
Do you put a heart tattoo with a Sharpie on your arm?
Yeah, he needs to team up with your boys. Pretty deadly.
First of all, they're talented. Well, so is Mick
You're
Foley.
saying Mick Foley's not talented?
No.
Whoa!
Dude Love wasn't.
Whoa!
Dude Love wasn't.
Dude Love was... I feel like he was Dude Love when he was just like, I'm here.
I liked Cactus Jack, and I also liked Mankind, because he was really weird and different.
She didn't pull it out during the match. She had a Socko with her picture on it.
Yeah, no.
I saw it on Twitter.
But, dude, the boots, the pants with...
it's a green? No, it's a Chelsea.
Chelsea on the side. Because we argued about that, too.
I forgot Foley did that.
Yeah, they said Cactus on the side.
Yeah, and then once you said that, I remembered it, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
I was literally going to play the video game and send you the clip of the entrance and be like, look, this is Cactus.
I don't understand where the match came from. I do because they've been feuding for a little bit, but I feel like Chelsea's got another feud already going.
It came from Nick Aldis.
Who ended the... How did the match end?
So the match ended with interference by someone dressed in a hoodie. And it wasn't someone in the bloodline.
Shockingly, because that's their thing.
It was Alba Fire. Came down and attacked Michin and got Chelsea to win.
That was so weird. Because then she's just like this after the match.
Dude, how often do we get...
You don't.
I take it back because you have Damage Control. Then you had the Pure Fusion Collective. I don't even know what's up with them. Damage Control is still together.
Right.
But
everyone in Damage Control is just hurt.
Another stable of women, I'm all for it. I love stables. Everybody should be on a stable. Just not one like NWO. We just need multiple.
Not like NWO or Bullet Club out. There's everybody in it.
I'm already trying to fantasy book a new evolution for the video.
You've been trying to do that for years.
I think I got a good one. We'll talk about it later. I think I got a good one now.
It's an episode.
And they put their music in the game.
It's never been in the game before?
It has, but years ago.
But it wasn't in last year's?
No.
That's weird.
Now it is.
Hunter's like, yo, I want every music I've ever had in this game.
Anyways, Chelsea goes over. Chelsea is still the U.S. Women's Champion, and I love every second of it.
For now.
Not for now.
I mean, I know I know she's not going to lose on Tuesday, but for now.
She is the Women's U.S. title champion. Now?
First of all, it's then, now, forever.
Shut up. I'm doing it different. And forever. That's all you need to know.
You're right. She will go down as the first one, so...
If she loses, she's going right to the manager.
Well, yeah, we already know. Her Karen shtick. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We had a Cody promo in there. I love Cody's promos, but it's not the same until Cena comes back.
The one on Monday was a lot better.
I think so, too. I think they're just doing this to kind of
We didn't even talk... Raw's going to be at 3 o'clock for the next, month? Yo.
We didn't get the Raw.
I know, but that's crazy. We didn't even... But I'm saying...
Excuse me.
We didn't talk about that with all this. We didn't even... That's not even the thing we talked about.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even bring it up.
That's crazy. I wonder if SmackDown's changing times.
I don't know. How am I going to watch Raw 3? What am I doing on Mondays?
You have to do with Amy.
Can't watch on 3.
302.
So we go on to, I mean, not much happened in the promo, to be honest with you.
No, his Monday one was a lot
He was
better.
just basically talking about Cena and everything. He threw out the, if you want some, come get something, which is kind of cool. But once Cena comes back and they get to actually go against each other, that's going to be a lot better.
Next week's is going to be amazing.
We had Drew McIntyre versus Jimmy Uso. Drew gets the win via Claymore. Priest comes down post-match, and him and Drew end up brawling. So, once again, more setups for WrestleMania.
There's a Mania match there, yeah.
And then we have the last match of the night, our main event, the men's U.S. Championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight. Knight hits the BFT onto a chair with the ref down. New ref hits the ring and gets the 3 count. LA Knight is your new U.S. champion.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I like it because I heard that Shinsuke is going to be off, or he wanted to take time off for a while.
He just came back.
I read something that maybe a family member or a mentor died.
Okay. Oh, somebody.
Brother?
No. Yeah.
Son.
I want to say it's either a brother or like a brother.
Yeah.
Like it's somebody from New Japan died.
Yeah, someone close to him.
Yeah, someone like I don't know if it's blood, like a blood brother or like a brother, like a wrestling brother. But now that you said that, I do remember seeing that because every picture I saw was that guy. Like I can't remember his name, which I feel terrible. But him and every picture I saw was him and Shinsuke.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why they took the belt off of him. Also, his contract's coming up soon, but they want to give him time off. He's not going to be able to go and do what he needs to do and promote being the champion while dealing.
Right.
Because I feel like that's why he really hasn't been on TV. Because he's dealing with
this. I can't
this.
believe I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
I think that's why. Remember how last week we were like, why did LA Knight just get thrown into this and win again, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe it happened like...
I think it happened because of this, so they could put it on LA Knight, and then now whoever is next in line is going to beat LA for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I guess, okay, LA beat Shinsuke, got the title back, and then now...
Could Jacob? He's been... There's still that beef when he threw Jacob out the door.
Exactly. So, like, last week we thought it was all for nothing. It didn't make sense, but now it's like, oh...
I want to feel like it was announced last week, too, that guy passed away, but I don't remember.
Man, I love Triple H's booking. Because at first, sometimes you're just like...
what is he doing? Yeah.
And then, like, 2 weeks later, you're like,
makes a whole bunch of sense.
That's why.
It's because we're used to Voldemort not, doing whatever, changing it an hour before.
Dude, yeah, seriously. Raw would start in 15 minutes. Hey, guys, everything's scrapped. Here's your new script.
Ron's about the preview. You ever remember when it used to be on USA, like 10 minutes beforehand, you'd see, like, the preview in the crowd?
Yeah. We go to the Raw shows. Yeah. Like, everybody get up.
That ends, and Vince is like, oh, hey, by the way, we're changing the whole show. I wonder if they do that anymore with it being on Netflix.
I don't know.
Because I know sometimes, like, I'll put it on, like, 5 minutes early, but it just has, like, the show starts and, a countdown of 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I can't wait till it comes back around here again.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. So that was the end of SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
So now we'll go to Collision from Saturday. So it started with the ops of Hook, Samoa Joe, and Katsuyori Shibata versus some jobbers, because that's what they're doing to try to get this trio up. But Shibata went with a PK, just a nice little punt kick to the chest. It was okay, but they need to get more than just jobbers.
Punt kick.
I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing, but I'm pretty sure that's
makes sense.
What else could it be? I don't know. It was probably punt kick, because that's what he did. He literally stood next to the guy and just kicked him in the chest, and then the guy was out. You figure out.
Play-Doh Kool-Aid.
Is that Kool-Aid flavored? Is that Kool-Aid scented Play-Doh or Play-Doh flavored Kool-Aid? You figure that out.
Scented.
Okay.
Can't eat Play-Doh.
You can.
If you do, this is what happens to you. You can't.
Yeah, I know. Really. You become a wrestling fan.
Worst thing my mom ever did was got me that spaghetti Play-Doh set.
Oh man.
I was full. I was full after I.
That's why you like Italian food so much, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So next was Serena Deeb versus Momo Watanabe. Yeah, Momo Watanabe. I don't know why I stuttered saying that.
From Star Wars?
But Momo won with the Peak Sunrise, which was a half Nelson, half Tiger suplex, which looked really good. But she's just getting over because she's got a match with your girl, Mercedes, on Sunday. Next we had Harley Cameron versus, I'm going to screw this up, and the funny thing is that I think every announcer and commentator screwed it up. Tatovic? Tatevik. The funny thing is, it looked like
sounds about right.
She looked like a longer-haired more of a tan.
You?
No, who the hell just got released from Pure Fusion Collective? Sonya Deville. She looked like a longer haired, darker, and I'm like, is this Sonya Deville? And I'm like, her 90 days isn't up. There's no way. And it was really random. But Harley won with the Shining Wizard, which you don't really see the Shining Wizard winning a match. When's the last time you ever? Tegan Knox was the prettiest wizard, the shiniest wizard. But like, she's got released too. So when's the last time you even heard that move?
But Tegan's move was shinier.
It was, and it always will be. Next was the Undisputed Kingdom of Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus the Infantry of Captain Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. And the Undisputed Kingdom win with a high-low on the Sean Dean. They need to get a better finisher than just a high-low. Like,
you say it, I think a high C.
They need to do... I don't remember what Red Dragon's finisher was. And I never really liked that one either. When one would have him up as a suplex, and like Kyle O'Reilly would kick the guy in the back of the head and just drop the suplex. I can't think what that was called either. That was never a cool finisher for me either, but it's better than just a random high-low. I don't know. Next was Hologram versus Jurlistico in a very luchador-style match. It was super fast-paced. The Hologram won with a portal bomb. Next we had my favorite team in AEW, the Outrunners, Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. I don't know why I love them, man. They're so over.
They're good, but not as good as Pretty Deadly, but it's okay.
They were facing premier athletes of Ari Daivari and Tony Nese. The Outrunners, their finisher is called the Total Recall. Like, how more 80s can you be of a finisher?
That is kind of cool.
They won with the Total Recall and the Tony Nese for the win. The main event match was TNT champion Daniel Garcia versus Ring of Honor Pure champion Lee Moriarty for the TNT title. Garcia won with a regular pile driver, hits the win, retains as TNT champion. I like the Ring of Honor Pure title because it's kind of like what's the trophy in NXT? The Heritage Cup. It's kind of like that, but there's the rules are like you have 3 rope breaks. After that, you do a rope break, it doesn't count. There's like 2 or 3 other rules, but I like random rules like that for like titles.
Yeah, I kind of
like that would be a cool episode to do if we made up titles and like made up rules for them, like those 2 that I had a while ago.
Oh, that was really good. That would
be a
good.
Cool episode. That ended Collision, so instead of going to Raw, we're going to go to Revolution for a little bit because that was on Sunday, it was an amazing show. But it started out with MJF and Hangman Adam Page. To start with that feud that's been going on.
Yeah.
Hangman won with the buckshot lariat. Shout out Logan Paul.
This is the second time
I knew that was going to make you tight. I knew that was going to make you tight.
Go.
It was a really good match.
Go home.
I already am home.
Well, go unmake your bed.
It's already unmade. Bitch. Next was Momo Watanabe versus the TNT champion Mercedes 4 belts Monet for the TBS title. I hate that she has 4 belts. I don't understand it.
You know what? We should take Mercedes in Charlotte, right? Put them in an I Quit match. Tape their mouth shut.
And the one that's a permanently
tape their mouth shut so they can't talk and just let them fight forever somewhere.
I would rather have...
Just let them go.
I would rather have Mercedes win that. I'm more of a Sasha fan than a Charlotte fan.
Oh, hell no. I'm more of a Charlotte fan than Sasha.
I'm more of a Sasha fan.
She has 4 belts and she's still...
She'll call her cousin and send the Crips on you. Or the Bloods on you.
First of all, Uncle Snoop, he ain't bothering with us. Alright? And I never said I was going to do any physical harm. I don't think she should be 4 belts.
So apparently the 2 belts are unified, but they're just... Kind of like how Roman... Well, no. Romans weren't unified. He was carrying both around. But I guess the 2 are like from Revolution Pro in England, and they're unified, but she just carries around both of them. I don't know. I don't get it.
You know what? I'm going to go to Target and buy every belt on the rack and just carry them all around.
They don't have any.
I meant belts, just regular belts.
Oh, regular belts?
Yeah.
Next was Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet, and the winner became the #1 contender for the AEW World title. Swerve won with big pressure, but these matches are like... Ricochet's so much better in AEW than he was in WWE. I don't know if it's just because he wasn't getting what he needed from WWE.
It's the booking. It's those styles. WWE is more story-based wrestling.
Which Michael Cole said on Impulsive.
And AEW just kind of lets them go out there and do whatever they want.
But
the only downfall is everybody says the AEW is more dangerous. It's not that Tony Khan wants people to get hurt.
No.
He just
wants it to be more real.
Well, technically, story
not more
matches
real, but he I guess he fell in love with ECW.
Well, to me, he fell in love with, like, New Japan.
And I think Yeah, but I think like a lot of his stories were like old school Ring of Honor and like ECW.
Okay, Ring of Honor too, yeah.
But even like New Japan, even New Japan, like
you saw that one interview where like the one interviewer asked Carlito, would I be able to kick out of a backstabber? And Carlito's like, no, absolutely not. And then he asked Penta, would I be able to kick out of a Penta driver? Penta's like, sure. That's the difference.
That's the difference. In
WWE is just.
We're gonna talk about something Carlito said on Raw when we get to Raw, but that the little comment he had was.
Here I am about talking shit about kicking out of finishers. Let's wait till we get to Raw.
Oh, let's wait till we get to Raw. Next was Brody King versus Kazuchika Okada for the AEW Continental title. Okada hit the Rainmaker and kept his title. That was a really good one too. I can't believe this was a squash match. The Outrunners of Truth Magnet and Turbo Floyd, my guys, versus the AEW tag team champs of Hurt Syndicate, Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. Lashley hit like 4 spears on the Truth Magnum and won the match in like 2 minutes. Like, I don't think it should have been a squash match. There should have been a little bit of back and forth for the super push the Outrunners are getting, but
yeah. Look, your team gets squashed and mine wins the number 1 contender tournament.
Okay, we'll talk about that. It's kind of funny because afterwards they did an interview backstage and MVP's like, the beach is like an hour this way. Hollywood's like a couple hours this way. Lashley goes, Gold's Gym is right down here. And MVP's like, no, we're not going to the gym. We're going to whatever party. And Shelton Benjamin goes, no, we're going to the gym. And then him and Lashley just both left to go to the gym. And MVP's like, see, my guys don't want time off. They just want to hurt people like we do. And I was like, oh, okay. This is going to be like a...
Shelton is underrated for his size,
He's been so underrated. The gold standard?
He's a big dude.
The gold standard.
Yeah, but like standing next to Lashley, he's
there. No, yeah.
Not everybody could stand next to Lashley and look...
No way.
Comparable, but damn.
So the next match was Mariah May versus Timeless Toni Storm for the AEW World's title. And it was titled as like the Hollywood ending, which I'm guessing means a hardcore match because they used everything. They used like...
Yeah, I saw this match.
The shoe, they were using tables and chairs, and they like wrapped their hands mid-match like in the ring. But Toni Storm retained by hitting the... oh my god, why don't I have it written down? Oh, you said she hit the Storm Zero through a table on Mariah May to win. And then after the match, she was laying on Mariah May, and it came up with like the end of like how like movies do, and it came up with like a credits kind of every wrestler that that Toni Storm has wrestled, but it would have like their wrestler name and then what Mariah May called them, how kind of like Matt Hardy would do it. Because like the one example I remember is Thunder Rosa. She would call Lightning Daffodil. And that's like there was a bunch, but that's the only one I can remember, just because that's kind of funny. And I feel like that's what like Broken Matt Hardy used to do, like the Mower of Lawns, or
I love Broken Matt Hardy.
Broken Matt Hardy, TNA Broken Matt Hardy, like WWE Broken Matt Hardy, Woken Matt Hardy.
Still good with Bray.
It was still good. No, yeah. Oh god, yeah. Next was the AEW International Championship match of Konosuke Takeshita versus Kenny Omega, who's back and looks amazing after his diverticulitis.
Man, I know who wins that match.
Kenny Omega tried to get his crucifix pin on Takeshita. Takeshita countered it, but the Best Mount Machine came back and countered that by grabbing his leg and rolling him up to win the title.
I watched it. That's how I knew.
That was like to end that match that way is kind of crazy.
Yeah, a little bit. And further on in the news, they announced a tournament for that.
I did. That starts technically started last night, but we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Then the next match we had Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage match. Speaking of Mick Foley, Will Ospreay did a little bang bang in the corner of the ring during the match.
How does anybody hate Mick Foley?
I never said I hated Mick Foley.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, because
do you have a guilty conscience? Because
I do, because I mean I always have a guilty.
Because you didn't know his tights. Damn it!
I'm sorry I didn't know his tights.
Pick up my pen.
And it was. They did a Spanish fly from the top of the cage onto thumbtacks, and I was like, oh man, like that was just as bloody as the women's match. But Ospreay brought back the Tiger Driver 91 to win the match, and I think he's going on to like maybe win the world title eventually, hopefully. The match of the night. The main event was Adam Copeland, because I'm not calling him Cope, against Moxley for the AEW title. Did you see anything about this match?
Honestly, no.
So
I was more interested in a lot of other matches.
They have almost like a Money in the Bank, but it's not in a briefcase. It's in like a binder, I guess you can say, that Christian has. So Christian cashed that in mid-match to make it a triple threat match. Christian hit I almost called him Edge. Copeland with the, I think he still calls it Unprettier. I believe so. But right after that, Moxley.
Kill switch.
Yeah. Yeah, but he named somebody Kill Switch, though, now in his group. So I don't know if he's still, maybe it's still called the Kill Switch, though. But regardless, right after that.
Luchasaurus.
Yeah, but he called Luchasaurus. He's got double pneumonia.
Who?
Yeah.
Ew, that's terrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But right after he hit that, Mox choked Christian out to win. So, like, I feel like they threw Christian in for that just so Copeland would still kind of go over. Because he didn't get the pin. He didn't win, but he didn't get pinned.
Yeah, that's a way to keep someone safe. Yeah.
There was like a lot of people were booing the end of the match, but then they were leaving. Moxley was leaving through the crowd, like as he comes in and leaves through the crowd. Prince Nana stops him, who's Swerve's manager, and he goes like this, and Swerve flies out of the crowd and like, lands on top of Moxley, and I'm like, okay, that's gonna be a match, which I believe is at Dynasty, which is in Philly, and I kind of want to go, but Philly's kind of hard to go to on a Sunday. But that would be cool. It'd be cool to go to.
Philly's hard to go to as a Cowboys fan in general.
Philly's hard to go to in general.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Cowboys, this is. I was watching a live stream on Twitch last night, like an IRL stream, and I guess they're kind of football fans because whoever I was watching lives in, I think, Dallas. I know they live in Texas. They got a notification that Dak Prescott got signed to the Steelers. Is this true?
No.
They were like, it's got to be real. It's got to be fake. Like they weren't. I mean, I didn't even look it up, but I'm like, that's not.
No, last season, Dak got signed to like a 4-year extension, and he has a no trade clause. He won't go to the Steelers.
He's got a no trade clause. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
No trade clause. So basically, if a team wants to trade you,
they can't.
You could only give the certain teams that you would go to. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So it depends on how good you are as a player. Typically, the best players in the league have no trade clauses. That way, their team can't trade them to the worst team.
I thought you meant like the whole team. You can get a whole new team, but him, he's stuck.
No, actually, as far as the Steelers go, right now they don't have a quarterback.
I know. I saw a thing.
I
saw a thing where Roethlisberger's like, "Do I come back?" And I'm like, "No, like, please, no."
Honestly, they'd be better off where they are right now because they had Justin Fields who went to the Jets, and Russell Wilson is, I think, today's meeting with the Giants. So, I mean, Steelers just traded for a wide receiver, and then now they don't have a quarter. Maybe you could try out.
No, I saw a thing that
Oh, what about Meatball? He could throw a football.
He could throw a football really good.
He is good at throwing.
Yeah, shockingly.
Yeah, he could be a Steeler, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he steals people's food, so
he would look like a big ass bumblebee running around.
Especially if like old school, the black and white stripes.
Oh god.
But here we go. What's that, tangent 3 already?
Yeah.
That ended Revolution. I thought Revolution was an amazing pay-per-view. They're already setting up for, like I said, Dynasty. And their big one, which is All Out, is going to be in Texas this year, which they're already doing matches for that one.
You know they got to turn it up a little bit because it's WrestleMania season.
They
got to keep their product interesting too.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
They don't want to lose people.
I almost called it Collision. That ended Revolution, so now we'll go on to Raw.
They wrestled.
All right, I guess we're going to NXT then.
They wrestled. TNA people.
Good night.
Raw, we start out with Jey Uso coming out. Like, he starts, like, every show ever.
He kind of does, now that I think about it.
Jey Uso versus Grayson Waller. Really good match. Ended up super kicking and interfering Austin Theory. Hits Waller with a spear for the win. Jay gets the win, but after the match, Gunther attacks Jay and chokes him out in the ring.
I'm gonna assume that's going to happen every week up to Mania, I think.
Well, literally, he said that if you choose me, I'm going to make it like hell every week.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to give us more of a reason to probably want to see him win. I think every week he's going to get his ass kicked.
Yeah, I think he's going to win the match, and then he's going to predict Gunther coming out and he's not going to come out. That's what's going to mess with him even more.
Oh, it's going to be like, mind games.
Yeah.
Logan Paul came out, cut a promo, ended up...
That was random.
Cutting a promo on Andrew Schultz in the front row.
Random. He's like, so who are you here for? And he's like, I'm here for wrestling. No, but who are you really here for? I'm here for AJ. And I'm like, what are we doing?
I don't know. I think it was just to get Schultz on TV. He's hilarious. Too,
I think he's got a new Netflix special. Yeah. That's why.
And him and Logan are actually like really good friends. Yeah. But he pulls him into the ring, goes to suplex him, and then AJ comes out, and I think that they're setting up that WrestleMania match.
That could be a good match.
Oh yeah, I think it would be a fantastic match. Logan better not win, but it would be a great match. Tell me he deserves to go over to Phenomenal One.
He doesn't, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think he's won every Mania match he's had.
I don't know.
Him and Miz won against Dominic and Ray. I can't remember any of the other ones that he had.
Good point.
Didn't he, I feel like he faced Miz at Mania. I know he faced the Miz, but I don't remember if that was Mania or not. No, I can't remember.
You're about to lose.
Oh no, he lost. He faced Seth. Seth won.
Yeah, Seth won.
So he didn't win everything.
Whoa, why'd you question if Seth won?
Because all I can remember is Seth pulling KSI onto the table in the big prime
curb stomp.
He faced Orton because Orton hit Speed with an RKO.
Did you see the graphic that said all 3 members of the Shield hit a curb stomp within 48 hours of each other?
I saw that.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
Anyways, let's go into the Tornado Tag match. The LWO, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus the New Day. Interference by some masked luchador
that's not Chad Gable, apparently.
that we have no idea who that is.
Even though it said American made on it.
He said thank you in Spanish. He gracias.
He goes, gracias! I said he opened that box. It's going to be a luchador mask and he's going to know everything as soon as he puts the mask on.
But that's funny, though.
That's hysterical.
That's hysterical. He causes distraction and the New Day gets the win. I love the New Day's push now.
I do too. I love the new heel music. I love it's
gonna
sound.
Were just losing constantly.
Right. It's gonna sound weird, right? I like the heel colors. Like it's just New Day colors, but like toned down. But I really like the music. Yeah,
colors, yeah.
I don't know, man. I love this heel. I never thought I'd like heel New Day, but I'm loving heel New Day.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of it too. Yeah. Hey, look, another Cody promo.
This was the better one.
Well, here, I want to hear your take on why you think this one was the better one.
I don't know. I feel like he was more passionate with this one.
I feel like there was a little more passion, yeah. I agree with that.
I feel like he had more... I mean, obviously he had more time last week to think about it, too, because it was like, this is like 3 more days. Yeah, 3 more days after the original one. But I don't know why. I feel like this one, he was more passionate about it, more like, see, I'm kicking your ass when you show up.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Cena is going to be at SmackDown this week or Raw? It's Raw.
He said he's going to be at Raw, which is in Brussels, Germany?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
I know it's in Germany. I want to say it's Brussels.
I couldn't remember which one.
He said, he'll be on Raw because...
He's filming, I think, right now, isn't he?
Yeah, for like the movies like Matchbox movies or Hot Wheels movie or some random thing. But like SmackDown is in the States. I'm pretty sure SmackDown's in the States. It's going to be a small movie? Probably. It's going to be a very tiny movie.
It's going to be a short.
SmackDown's in the States somewhere, and then next week they're doing like an overseas tour, I think for like a month. Yeah, because it's got to be.
This isn't out of the ordinary. They do it all the time.
It's got to be around a month because it's almost meaningless.
Anyways, he'll be at Raw, basically.
Yeah.
So we should really start seeing some good promos between those two. I want to see if he has new music.
Which is on at 3:00 this week, which is why you won't be able to watch because you can make
3.
Dude, when they said it, I was like, 3:00 is crazy. Like,
I'll be painting.
I was like, what am I going to do at 8:00 at night when I'm sitting down going to watch wrestling? I'm not going to know what to do.
I'll be painting. This entire week, I'm going to be painting.
3:00 is crazy.
Yeah. I'll put it on as I'm painting. Oh, there you go. I can listen to it as I'm working.
There you go. And just stop whenever something crazy happens.
No, I'll just completely mess up the walls and shit.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to.
I'll be going onto the window.
You'll be sending me a picture. You're covered in paint. You're like, I don't know what happened. I don't know how it did it.
Cena debuted new music. I threw my hands up and went everywhere.
A lot of people are saying he might. Or either debut new music or bring back the Word Life music.
He needs to get new music.
We've said it before. Last week or 2 weeks ago, he already has. There's already heel music made.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, let's get back to Raw. And let's talk about Bayley versus Raquel with Liv and Dom in her corner. Raquel got the win with the Tiana bomb. And
2 belts Raquel?
Maybe.
There's this big push. Like, they're even...
Well, they loved her work since she's gotten back.
Right. I don't know if it was...
She's a better heel.
She's an absolute better heel.
100% better.
I don't know if it was like one of those interviews that we don't see because we don't have like a premium Netflix, or it was like an after thing. But Liv was like, yeah, we're both going to be 2 belts. And I'm like, is she somehow going to get involved in the world title?
See, there's only one thing I don't like about Raquel, and you're going to laugh at me. I don't like her ring gear.
I don't like her ring gear either, but I understand it.
No. I don't mind the outfit. There's one thing I don't like about it. Is that little flame thingy, like right here. Every time I see it, it reminds me of like Naruto.
So I either feel like it's a distraction. I know she doesn't have that skin thing right now, I feel like it's either a distraction for that, or it's like, which is gonna sound weird because she said it felt like it burned, a like a memory of it, of like a remembrance of like, hey, this kept you away from wrestling for not so long.
Either way, I don't care if she wears a full body outfit. It has nothing to do with that. I just think of Naruto. Like,
just
you know the little clouds that you see like on like the
yeah.
I don't know why it reminds me of that because it doesn't look like it, but I just think about it.
I'm just glad she's not doing the stupid back flex thing.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of stupid ring attire, we didn't say that. I never liked when Rhea wore her shirt and it was the little tie behind it. That's not holding up during a match. She would cut the shirt and it would literally just be like...
In your mind, it's not holding up.
I was like, there's no way this is holding up during the whole match.
It's like super thread.
It's gotta be.
That's like prime scene.
It's gotta be like Gorilla Glued.
Let's go into... Speaking of Rhea...
This is it the segment?
The segment with Rhea, Io Sky, and Bianca.
I feel like Io Sky was the kid. They're just like, get out of here. Mom and Mom are talking.
Yeah, Io Sky bitch slapped
the shit out of both of them. Yeah.
And I'll be honest, like, pure wrestling ability...
Io.
I think Io's the best.
Yeah. Out of the three of them, Io.
Out of the three, Rhea's my favorite, but out of the three, the best.
No, the best.
Ability,
yeah, no, I totally agree with you.
Io, 100%.
Yeah. I think they're making it a triple threat.
I hope they do. That'd be awesome.
That's going to be amazing.
And I don't even care if Io retains. I mean, honestly,
I don't want to say it, but I've never been a Bianca fan.
I'm okay if she turns heel. I don't want face Bianca anymore. I want heel Bianca.
Right.
I just think that she's gotten to that Cena point. She's gotten to that New Day point where
Io
they're just stale as a heel. Or they're stale as a face. They need to be heel.
Didn't Io go to Mania last year as the champ too? Isn't that where Bayley... Because Bayley won the Rumble last year. Am I thinking of 2 years?
Don't put me on the spot here.
I feel like Bayley... Because it was Bayley versus Io for the title. And Bayley won after she got kicked out of... That's last year.
I'm just going to get nervous and stare at the camera.
It was last year after she got kicked out of Damage Control.
Okay.
So this is 2 years in a row now. Io gets the belt put on her and going into Mania. Does she lose it again? I don't know if she's going to lose it again.
That was weird, wasn't it?
I mean, I'm used to weird stuff around you.
You ain't seen nothing yet. I could kick this up a notch if you really want me to.
No, I don't.
We'll see. Last but not least, we have the steel cage match.
Yo, this match was crazy.
Seth Rollins versus CM Punk.
This match was crazy.
Probably one of my favorite matches of the year.
They just kept hitting each other's finishers like the whole match. Yeah. And then I love when they were like one would open the door. This is your go ahead. If you want to get out, you can. And then like Punk would do it, and then Seth would do it. And then Punk's going to leave, and Seth is like, "This is my house. You're not gonna. You can't beat me from my house just by leaving." I'm like, "Holy shit!"
No, the match was amazing. Those two
was amazing.
Those two have such great
and the like video beforehand,
yeah,
of like everything that's happened. Oh my god!
They have amazing chemistry together, and then the finish.
Oh,
I like the fact that neither guy wanted to walk out of the cage.
Yeah, so did I.
They were like,
they wanted to win by a pin.
I want to win by a pin. Like I don't want to take the easy way out.
Yeah.
And then obviously Seth Rollins gets the win, but that's because Roman came back.
When I see the hand, I was like, Roman's all day. I'm in my head. I'm going, Roman has to show up tonight. It's gonna be when it was Solo versus Cody on SmackDown when Roman showed back up and he like walked in and closed the door and like he's gonna do the same exact thing.
Him coming in, the way Seth won, he just grabbed Seth and dragged him out of the ring.
So that's gonna piss Punk off. Well, the other stuff's gonna piss Punk off too.
Then he just starts beating the crap out of Seth.
He curb stomped him. And then
after the curb stomp, he looks in the ring and what's happening?
I don't even know where Heyman came from.
I saw like a fan video. And when
I saw Roman come through the crowd,
and then Heyman was like running, but behind him.
It
was funny
because I'm like, who was in the? I'm like, did somehow like somebody from backstage get in the ring? And I'm like, that's Heyman. I was like, Heyman's in the ring with Punk. Oh my! You just see Roman go, and I'm like, oh man,
just throws him into the cage and hits him with the spear.
Oh man.
Yep. So I think we're looking towards possibly a triple threat.
And I think I know the favor. Come out with me at Mania. That's gonna fuck up Roman.
That'd be good.
The favor's gonna be, I know what you are to Roman. I know you're his.
That's when the Bloodline should introduce their new manager.
Who's their new manager? Do I want to know?
Armando.
I was gonna say that, but I'm like, no.
Come on, man.
He's. I think the favor. Punk's favor is gonna be come out with me at Mania. Don't be in Roman's corner. Be in my corner. That's gonna mess Roman's head up. And it's a triple threat match.
And Seth's gonna beat them both. So
Seth might beat them both.
Yeah.
Or Seth might not even Seth might get taken out in the beginning, and it's just those two.
Shut your damn mouth.
The end of Raw was crazy. He was gonna curb stomp him on the chair, on the stairs.
Yeah, no, the end of Raw was fantastic. That match was insane. All right, so we got NXT Roadblock next.
This was really good. Shockingly, this was a really good night
it was,
too.
Dude, no, it was a fantastic show.
Yeah.
Since you did 2 in a row, I'll do 2 in a row.
There you go. I was gonna suggest that, but I was like,
I took the initiative and I wrote it down too.
Look at you. I have a couple of extra things. Look at you.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Not me. So we start the match. We start the show with the TNA World Tag Team Championship on the line. The Hardy Boys versus Fraxium. Did I say that wrong?
I don't know.
Fraxium.
Because they say it one week and then they don't say it.
Okay.
Axiom
and Nathan Frazier. That's who they fought. Anyways, Hardys get the win after Jeff hits a swanton bomb on Nathan Frazier. I think that was a great match.
I think it was a great match. I want to say it was for the TNA titles, just so the Hardys could win.
Yeah, I knew the Hardys were going to go
right.
over. I mean,
right.
They're the Hardys.
If it was for the NXT titles, I don't know if they would.
I know you got this little thing going on with Jeff right now.
There's not there hasn't been. There's been a couple of WWE versus NXT versus TNA title matches, but no titles ever changed.
Yeah. When it happens, it's going to be nuts.
I don't think that's I don't think a Tuesday is going to be when it happens.
No.
But I don't think that's the first match for it to happen.
But also, I mean, I know you hate Jeff right now.
Oh, man, I can't believe he said that.
But
he's got to be back on
top 10 greatest tag teams of all time.
I'll go there.
I knew they were going to win.
Did you see so we know the coaches from LFG were there.
Yeah.
Bubba was in the back talking to Fraxium, after the match. He gave them both glasses. Actually, put the glasses on over his mask. I don't know why it popped me, but it popped me because they're barely holding on.
There was a cool spot backstage where Taker shows some respect to Obafemi too.
That was good. Yeah, he was like, "Show them this is your yard." I'm like,
and you can tell how big Oba is too.
Yeah.
He was looking.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Taker. Next, we had Roxanne Perez versus Jordan Grace. Grace hits the. Sorry, I was reading something else. Grace hits the Beast Mode driver on Perez to get the win.
That was a good match too.
That was a really
Jordan.
good match.
I mean, she's always been good. I remember seeing her in that original All Out, but she's gotten so much better since then. Oh
yeah, absolutely. And I think that might be Roxanne's go home to the main roster.
It's gotta be she's gotta be coming up.
I think that's it.
The funny thing is, Bailey put on Twitter, "Oh, did I beat you so bad you had to go back to NXT for a week?" And she's like, "I just needed time off. I'll be back up."
Yeah, it's the go up to the main roster. You go out with a loss. That's what most people do.
Right.
Next, we have the NXT Men's Championship. Obafemi versus Moose.
This was meat on meat match.
This
was a phenomenal match.
Yeah. It's not just a meat on meat match. This was a meat on meat, and both are insanely athletic.
For being big dudes, yeah.
Like prime Brock Lesnar type athletic.
And it's so weird to me that Moose is the X Division champion, because if who's ever watching, if they don't know, the X Division title is supposed to be their cruiserweight title,
the light heavyweight
title, the cruiserweight, because it was always even when Samoa Joe had it, but then you see him do stuff and you're like, oh okay,
yeah, prime Samoa Joe,
but it's always been prime Joe, AJ, Christopher Daniels, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin. It's always been
guys like that,
Petey
Williams,
Petey Williams, and then Moose has it, and you're just you can't do X Division stuff. What are you doing?
Did you ever see a Moose in real life?
They're jacked too.
They're monsters.
They're 10 feet tall. You're like, holy shit.
I saw a video of a moose chasing a bear.
The moose is probably up to the ceiling.
I don't know why that was relevant to anything.
I don't know. The crazy powerbomb over hit to end that match.
Yeah. Moose tried to go for the spear, but runs into a fall from Grace, and Femi gets the cover, gets the win. And like you said, they're not. Moose wasn't going to win the NXT Men's Championship.
So what's funny and made me think about it? Right after this match, Obafemi wins, and in my head immediately I went, "Where's those 4 guys that's been jumping everybody for weeks? They haven't been around."
Did he just recently jump somebody?
The next match.
Oh.
But it's like Obafemi, because I just remember.
Oh, yeah. No,
I remember them jumping
yeah.
Obafemi. Then Obafemi comes out to talk about it, and that's when Moose comes. And I'm like, ever since Moose has been here, they haven't been here. Is there something with them? But then what happens at the end of the
Because they're probably just scared of Moose.
I would be.
I would be too.
Well, I mean, what happens at the end of the next match?
So New York City street fight with Ethan Page versus Javon Evans.
I didn't realize it was a street fight until I saw Ethan Page come out in pants, and I went, "Oh, it's a street fight."
Well, if you paid attention to my weekly news from last week, I said it was a street fight. So.
That was a week ago. Do you remember stuff from a week ago?
Obviously, I do.
Not if you're huffing paint now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you remember stuff from that day.
I might get worse as the time goes on. That was a great match. I'm a huge fan of Ethan Page and a bigger fan of Javon Evans.
That RKO he hit to the outside where he went through he not accidentally, but he went through the tables instead. Oh my god.
Javon Evans hit a springboard cutter and he got the win. So he beat Page, but then what happened?
Four random guys showed up and jumped. You can't. I mean, you see them mostly take on Javon, but you see them throw Ethan Page out of the ring. But it was just so random. Look at the match before and going, where are they at? They haven't been around. And then here they go. They show up.
They're probably just like, God damn, Dave thought of me. Sorry.
It's just weird that like they attack Obafemi, which I understand. Like you want to go for the world champion. Well, he's not the world champion, but you want to go for like the champ of the company. And then the next match you're going after like.
Well, I would like to see Oba and Javon Evans team up a little bit to go after them.
That you don't need 4-on-4. 2-on-4 is probably good enough. Yeah. It's a handicap match for the 4.
So next we have the Eddie Thorpe interview. Turns into him being attacked by Trick Williams.
That was crazy.
Next week they're going to be in a NXT Underground match.
Eddie Thorpe has never lost. He's never lost any gimmick matches he's been in. Any Underground match, he's always won every strap match.
And I love Trick Williams, but I'm a huge fan of Eddie Thorpe too. I mean, I think there's so much.
He's gotten a lot better. I remember when he first debuted, he had like the Indian gimmick that he has now, but he had like I'm also a DJ, and they're like getting away from the DJ stuff. I think they did it maybe like a couple weeks ago. He was doing something, but them getting away from that and him being more towards like the Indian stuff is awesome.
Well, see, I like that he's going more towards like the Native American side of things, but I like it how it's not like in your face like Tatanka.
I was just gonna say Tatanka. I was just in my head.
I like how it's more subtle, but still I love it.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a fantastic match. Last but certainly not least,
this was a good one too.
Title for title, NXT Women's North American Champion versus NXT Women's Champion Julia versus Stephanie Vakir, I think. Vakir. I have no idea how to. I don't know why. Like literally, I can say so many people's names correctly.
Well, not Nia Jax.
Nia
Jax.
Yeah, Nia Jax. At least I'm not saying anything disrespectful about him. I just can't say their name properly.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Look at my last name. People call me moron all the time.
Yo, when that supervisor did that. You brought up, I wasn't going to bring it up.
We're about to have a Kingston Street fight if you don't shut your
We're not even in Kingston!
I'm going to drag your ass to there.
That's fine.
All right, so that match was fantastic.
That match was really good. The way when Vakir was on the top and she was going to do... I forget what move she was going to do from the top rope, but then Julia reversed it into like a triangle choke. I was like, holy shit, that was really good.
Vakira ended up getting the win, and she is now dual champion. And you said you heard something about Julia after the match?
Apparently she's hurt, which is why... So it wasn't going to be a title versus title, but then when they realized this... I don't know what injury she has. But I guess when they realized the severity of her injury, they were like, no, we're going to make a title for title. We'll put them both on Stephanie for a little bit or something, or I don't know what. But I don't know how long she's going to be out. All I saw was she's injured. I didn't see what the injury was. Well,
it was probably a bad injury, but like not terrible, because like when Cody had to get his
pec.
He still wrestled. But
right.
And that's all we have for an NXT Roadblock. Overall, I think that was a fantastic pay-per-view.
For a Tuesday, and they wanted to do it as like a pay-per-view, that was crazy.
Well, and it's because of the Forbidden Door, you know what I mean?
And it being in the Madison Square Garden like theater, that looked really good too. Like the setup was really cool.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't know why I just thought about it now. I did notice when the Hardys won, they're used to the hard campaign on the other side, and the ref's like, no, we're going this way. I'm gonna spin you guys around and hold you, because when I was looking at it, it was kind of reversed. Like the entrance, when we were watching, the entrance was on the right to the hard cam, when it's normally on the left. So that's what messed them up.
All right.
I think it's time to go outside the ropes now, don't you think?
Really?
Yeah.
A little swan dive?
A little Like you say swan dive every weekend, every week.
And I like it.
You little shooting star
What's
press.
wrong with a swan dive?
There's nothing wrong with
They're
a swan
hard to
dive.
do shooting star presses outside the ring.
I mean, I've seen it.
If you're Brock Lesnar, you'll break your neck.
Billy Kidman used to do it.
Yeah. You can run if you want to, but you cannot.
I like...
That was his theme music, if you didn't remember.
I like when Ray goes outside the ring and, like, slides and then lands. He slides, like, through the bottom.
You want me to just think of different moves to jump outside the ring? How about Kane going over the top rope?
That was a good one, too. That was always a unique one. Because he would, like, kind of jump up, but just with one arm.
How about Damian Priest getting his foot in the I love you, Priest.
He said it, not me. So where do you want to start outside the ropes? You could start.
I did want to take quick mention that WWE 2K25 pre-order is out now.
There you go. You were playing it for a little bit.
I was playing it for a little bit.
Talk about that.
Compared to last year, I think the game is a lot better. There's what did I get right down here? I didn't get to play it a lot. We're doing a lot of painting at my house right now, so only when I could squeeze it in. But from what I got so far, models look great. There's more customization in universe mode. You can actually do the promos, more customization in creating stables and teams. You can actually assign roles for the people in your stables now. So, like, we'll just take OG Bloodline, for example, right? Like, Roman's a single star, Sammy's single, and then the Usos are your tag. You
That's
know what
cool.
I'm saying? Yeah. I did do an underground match, which we just talked about. That's going to be Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams. That's mad fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Can you, like, go out and, like, attack the people? Are there people right outside of the ring?
Yeah.
Can you, like, go attack them?
No.
They like, get out of the way?
Yeah. You psychopath.
Because that happens in the actual underground matches.
I know.
There's never been, now that I'm thinking about it, there's never been I can't think of the name of the match now, in an actual game. Has there ever been a lumberjack match in a game?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's a lot of wrestlers to put outside the ring.
Yeah.
I think right now they can only handle
12?
10?
10? 12?
10. Maybe.
I think it's 10.
I think it's 10.
Yeah.
And I was messing around with a couple of the entrances. Wyatt 6 entrance, dude, is on point. It is sick. And you know what I found out too? That like if you're the Wyatt 6 and you're just like two people, like if you're just Gacy and Loomis, everybody still comes out.
That's
you
cool.
still get the whole 5-person
That's
entrance.
really
Yeah. Same thing with what other team did I do? Oh, Judgment Day. Everybody comes
They all
out.
come out.
Except for Raquel. Because the limit's only 5 people per stable.
Okay.
So they got Carlito, JD, Finn, Dom, and Liv. But Dom and Liv do
I saw that because
Yeah.
I think she asked for that or something, and they changed it like halfway through.
the uppies into the ring. Yeah. No, it's really cool. It's.
I did see. I don't know. Maybe it's the pictures that I saw. I did see there was a couple misprints on some shirts and some ring gear.
I noticed that. Yeah.
The Punk says "I'm best" instead of "in." It says "I'm" for best in the world.
And then
somebody's boot. I don't remember.
Pete Dunne's logo for the New Catch Republic is right on one side, but it's flipped on the other, so it's backwards on the other.
There's something with AJ, and there's something with somebody. Maybe it's AJ's boot.
No, it's AJ's pants.
It doesn't say phenomenal.
No, it says phenomenal. There's just a mess up on something else. I am phenomenal instead of like it's.
Oh yeah, that's
or
right.
something. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll take little things like that.
Little things is way than 2K20.
Rather, that game was
a
unplayable.
joke. That game was a joke.
I'm gonna be playing this more, and he's gonna be getting the game soon too. So we are gonna.
Maybe I'll go. Oh no, I could probably download it today, but I'll probably go pick it up tomorrow.
We're probably going to be doing some more outside the rope news on the game.
We might even make a podcast episode about it.
We might. There is a GM mode in there that you can play. We can play against each other too.
I saw that. I mean, that's all the stuff that Xavier and
Tyler Breeze
always do. They even dress up in like suits and stuff when they do that.
Dude, that would be fun. That would be so fun. I mean, we're stealing the idea from Up, Down, Down.
That's
so
funny.
We're saying it now.
Don't come after us, please.
Woods, Breeze, that was your idea first.
Somebody's already coming after New Day anyways, that I just thought about that I didn't write in the news. So.
And who's that?
Did you see it?
What?
There's a... Are you I don't want to interrupt.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
So, Monday, when the New Day was walking out, there was somebody with a foam finger in the crowd, and Kofi grabbed it and threw it, and it was Zilla Fatu's foam finger. Like, it wasn't him, but, like, it was one of his fans. And there's a video of him watching it, and Zilla Fatu's like, now I'm going to have to kill Kofi. Because, like, something already happened with Xavier, and he was like, I was coming after your boy Xavier, but you throwing one of my fans' foam fingers, I'm coming after you, Kofi. I was like, oh, shit. Like, I was like, oh, shit. He's in trouble.
Zilla is Umaga's son, right?
Umaga's son, yeah. I mean, if he's not signed, he's going to be signed. Like,
I thought he was.
Hikuleo's signed.
No,
he's
I think
hurt. But
both of them are.
I think Zilla's signed, but he still has, like, titles on the indies. So he's probably, like, just waiting.
Hikuleo is hurt. Yeah, I saw that, but ooh, that'd be cool to see.
When I watched the video, I was like, oh, man. Because you just watch him get... He was like, Kofi's not going to do it. Kofi's not going to do it. And then he just grabs it and throws it, and he was like, you just watch his... He almost did, like, the Cena face at the chamber. You just watch him go, now I have to kill Kofi. And I'm like, oh, shit.
So what else you got next besides...
I
didn't know about that, so that was cool.
So, actually, Tuesday marked 29 years since Mark Henry's debut on Monday Night Raw.
Oh.
I have a lot of anniversary things like that, which is kind of weird. Yeah. Monday, March 10th, was the 12th year anniversary of Bully Ray becoming having his first TNA title and becoming the leader of Aces and Eights.
You love that.
Which I don't know why I love it. I mean, I do know why, because it's kind of like the NWO and it's Bullet Club. And I mean, I always wrote DX in there, even though DX was more of like the comical stuff, but I always feel like those couple factions.
I'll call you
like,
Bully Dave from now on.
That's fine. I don't know why I love Bully Ray. He tried.
I know you do. So that's why
listening to him on Busted Open, when somebody calls him something stupid, he's just like, "That is so dumb. Why would you call it?"
Does that mean I'm Devon?
You could be Devon. It's better than being Spike.
I like Devon though.
You sound guy, Dudley.
I'm just gonna walk around and yell "testify."
Who's our? Are you Reverend? Are you Reverend Devon or Devon?
Well, no, he yelled "testify" when he wasn't
did.
around.
No, he did. I remember.
He did that like cool thing and spun around.
Devon was so weird.
I can't spin around though.
You get dizzy?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, 3 wrestlers had minor name changes on the WWE roster page. Seth Rollins lost to Freakin'.
I think I'm okay with that one.
Yeah, I think Roman beat the freaking out of him.
I think Roman beat the freaking out of him.
Yeah, Big Bronson Reed is now just Bronson Reed.
That's another one I'm okay with.
I'm good with that. And Dirty Dominic Mysterio is just Dominic Mysterio.
That's the one that I don't know if I'm okay with.
Well, maybe he's relatively clean now.
Maybe he's starting taking showers now.
He might be.
I mean,
his commissary must have came in and he got shampoo and soap so he could shower.
So he could shower now.
Yeah.
So speaking of your boy Seth Rollins, he revealed in an interview that he plans to completely retire from wrestling when he turns 45, which is in 2031.
That's still a long time away.
That's still a long time away. That's 6 years, but when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's a little... And like, no backstage, just done. Fully done.
Well, I mean, he's going to be a parent at that time.
I mean, he's a parent now.
Well, you're right. He's a parent now, but like, at that time...
I want to say she'll be around maybe 10.
He's going to want to just be that forever.
Right. Didn't say nothing about Becky. That's the only thing he said.
I mean, what if they have another kid? You never know.
I mean, you never know. They could.
It could be. And I wanted to bring up that there's a new Stephanie McMahon show.
This show
that's going to be on ESPN Plus.
So I saw ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus.
Yeah. It's produced by Peyton Manning's production, Omaha Productions it's called. It's going to be a 10-episode series, and it follows Steph across America and show places that help shape the journeys of some of the most famous names in WWE history.
We saw clips of the Pat McAfee one, and it was kind of funny.
So I got a list of all the episodes that are going to be there.
I saw the list. I didn't write the list down. I'm glad you did.
Yeah. So here we go. So we got number 1, Return of Punk from SummerSlam in Cleveland.
Are these in order?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Episode 2 is going to be Cody Rhodes, Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia. I guess that's a very famous theater there, but just going to be talking with him. Number 3, Rhea Ripley in Orlando.
You think Buddy's going to be on?
You know, he might be in the background.
I just started following them on Twitch, and some of the videos they do on there is pretty good, actually.
Number 4, Stone Cold at the Broken Skull Ranch. Number 5, Charlotte Flair at Nassau Coliseum.
That makes sense.
Number 6, Roman in Miami. It said Roman and the Bloodline, so I don't know who else is going to make appearances, but it is going to be in Miami.
Did you watch the little preview? Like, not the Pat McAfee preview, but the other little preview?
No.
They're literally all on the... They're on a boat. They're all on the boat. The Usos, Jacob, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Stephanie, they're all on, like, somebody's yacht.
So that's why it says Roman in the bloodline.
Like, it's not just his blood. It's like the bloodline. They're probably going to Samoa.
Bloodline.
They're probably going to Samoa to pick up more of them.
Well, we got more spots open. We got episode 7, Pat McAfee in Indianapolis. Episode 8, Taker, Madison Square Garden. Episode 9, Triple H in Vegas. Number 10, John Cena. It really didn't say where, but at one point it said a tour of his personal gym as well. So maybe Cena's house.
Maybe Cena's house.
But basically, the episode 10 is about Cena's career and how he got here and how it's like his final farewell.
This is gonna be a good show.
This show is gonna be
so
fantastic.
the thing that I saw on Twitter didn't have them in order or like the other parts. So I'm kind of glad you have it like that, because I remember it said 1 was Pat McAfee. So I'm kind of glad you have it like that of like where it's going to be.
Yeah, this actually
really cool.
literally said the episode list. So, and Cena's got to be last just because of.
We'll heel Cena now. So speaking of John Cena holds the official Guinness World Record for the longest babyface run in WWE. 21 years, 3 months, and 23 days. And that came from Guinness World Records official Twitter.
Really?
So he's got like a plaque and everything. Yeah. I was like, this can't be the real. But then I went on and like they have the blue check and they have a whole bunch of stuff and there's a link to, and I'm like, this is actually the Guinness World Record.
What other wrestler has been there that long?
I've been a babyface that long? Nobody, probably. That when I saw that, I was like, okay,
that's your boy. That's your boy.
We forgot to say it during the Raw recap. I like that. Well, that's what they use. There was a backstage thing. There was a backstage thing with Dominic telling Finn he's got a match with Braun Breaker, but Carlito's like, can you believe Cena's heel now? I thought he was going to be babyface all the time like me. And I was like, he didn't just say that. I can't believe he said that.
Maybe I'll have to stab him in the back again, Carlito.
That was crazy. That was a little crazy.
What else you got?
I have... Ava is now in charge of NXT and Evolve, which I didn't know, which was kind of interesting.
Oh,
that's a good one. Do you have anything else? I know you've got the one thing that I have down that you could probably...
Well, I have as you were saying from the AEW event, Kenny Omega won the International Championship. Tony Khan announced that there's a International Championship Eliminator Tournament. The winner will face Kenny Omega at Dynasty. So,
I like it that there's other people from like like all around the world.
So it looks like in the bracket we got Orange Cassidy versus
Henchicero.
Thank you.
From CMLL.
The Beast Mortos versus a wild card.
Which we already know because technically it happened last night, but it's Speedball Mike Bailey.
Okay, well.
Who just signed from TNA, now he's in AEW, but that was...
Then we have Ricochet versus Shibata.
Uh-huh.
And then Mark Briscoe versus Mark Davis.
I don't know why, but that one's going to be my favorite match. I think because I just love Mark Briscoe.
Just a bunch of Marks fighting.
Just a bunch of Marks fighting.
That's typically the internet wrestling community right there.
A bunch of Marks.
A bunch of Marks fighting.
How weird is it that Undertaker's name is Mark?
Yeah.
And Bully Ray's name is Mark.
When Undertaker got into the business, it was like Mean Mark.
Mean Mark Calloway, yeah.
And you said Mean Mark Davis. I'm like,
oh, hey.
Mm-hmm.
So,
someone needs it.
Speaking of Kenny Omega winning the AEW International title, he is now AEW's first Grand Slam champion because he won the International title, the World title, the Tag titles, and the Trios titles. So I kind of liked it. He's the first Grand Slam champion there. I didn't realize it was just any 4 titles. I thought it had to be like the World title and like the mid card. I didn't realize it was just 4 random ones. But I like that though. That's kind of cool.
How about in the news that Triple H comes out and said that Paul Heyman has been working very closely with Braun Breaker backstage.
I like that. That's going to be his next guy, I think.
And you could tell by his promos, by everything, that he's doing so much better. And to have Paul Heyman working with you.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Can you imagine what that is?
That's crazy. So I found out WWE's planning on bringing back Evolution, the all-women's pay-per-view.
Oh, I thought you meant the group Evolution.
No. That is weird that they're both the same thing.
Yeah. Did you know that it's a mystery?
I did know it's a mystery. So it's currently being talked about for around July 5th, which, I mean, we know why they did the first one because that's the first time they went to Saudi, and that's when women weren't really allowed there. So I do like that they're bringing it back, though, because the women's revolution, evolution, whatever you want to call it, it's getting better and better month by month.
Evolution.
Oh, God. Do you have anything? What else do you have for the news besides your little...
My little
karaoke moment.
My little Motorhead
Your little
impersonation.
Karaoke moment.
There's nobody in the world that could sing like the lead singer of Motorhead.
Well, yeah, because he's dead.
I'm talking about his distinct voice, bro.
Okay, well, he doesn't have one now, but okay.
Way to piss off wrestling fans and metal fans.
They could come after me. It's fine. I don't mind. That's fine. Let them come after me.
You have to worry about me coming after you.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, exactly, bitch. Anyways, so did you hear that WWE copied our podcast episode?
Are we going after them?
It released its top 30 heel turns of all time.
Is any of ours on there?
Honestly,
probably all of them.
Well, I don't know, man.
There's one that obviously didn't happen when we were talking.
I didn't read the full list. I just grabbed the top 10, so I'm going to throw the top 10 down right now.
Okay.
But out of these top 10, I think we had a lot more like different ones, different older ones.
Think about it, yeah.
And we went to other promotions.
But they probably want to go like recent.
Well, I mean, this is not recent, but you'll see. 10, Triple H attacks Daniel Bryan, leading to Orton cashing in at Money in the Bank at SummerSlam.
Yeah, see, that's not really a heel turn.
Number 9, Nikki Bella turns on Brie. I get it.
That was at a Rumble, I think.
But they copied themselves with number 8, Jimmy Uso turns on Jey Uso.
Just
siblings.
Same thing.
Siblings fighting.
Yeah.
Then we have 7, Becky Lynch turns on Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam. Here's one that we had, and I like. Xavier and Kofi turn on Big E. That
was a good one.
Number 5, Dom turns on his father, Ray. I get it.
I'm surprised. Actually, I'm surprised we didn't have that one.
Me too.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because that was a good one.
Number 4, Shawn Michaels turns on Marty Jannetty. Number 3, Seth turns on the Shield.
Okay.
Number 2, Hogan joins the NWO. And at number 1, they have Cena turning on Cody.
I mean, obviously, we would have had that on there, too, if it would have happened when we did it. But, I mean, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, just a $1 billion company stealing our ideas.
I guess we're going to have to go after him.
Well, we had heel and face turns. I guess that's how
we did have heel and we had multi-promotions and, everything else.
Did you say we go after WWE? They just... We're gone.
They barely would.
We're gone.
You look up the channel next week, it's not even there.
They're great Collie, we're Hornswoggle. There's no competition.
So I found out Indy Hartwell, who used to be in WWE, NXT Women's Champ, she was in the way. She went back home to Australia. I feel bad now. I don't remember where she's from. Australian, yeah. But she became the
or New Zealand
Renegades of Wrestling Women's World Champion. That's kind of cool.
It's good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
I thought she was great in the ring.
I thought she was great in the ring too.
I don't really have much going on. I mean, there was that reported rumor about heat on Jade Cargill after an incident backstage with Shayna Baszler. Did you hear about that?
I read that.
Yeah.
I saw Jade Cargill and I went,
And apparently it was like during a match or something, and there was some botches maybe, but apparently Jade said reportedly, not obvious, like...
Here we go.
Reportedly said that Shayna needs to learn how to work better.
Oh, yeah. This coming from 50-0 Jade Cargill in AEW.
And Shayna's snapped and they had to be separated by people in the back.
I can see Shayna snapping.
Well, let's be honest. Say what you want about Shayna as a professional wrestler, but she is a decorated mixed martial artist.
Correct. Yeah, she'll snap your arm.
Yeah, let's not... I wouldn't say nothing bad about her.
Hell no. Hell no.
But, I did read that, and I read on multiple occasions that there was... I mean, there's no definite proof, so to me, it's just a rumor.
Right. I mean, how many... I'm sure once or twice after every episode, there's something going on backstage with somebody. Like, hey, you messed that up that we were supposed to do in the match or something. That we don't actually hear about. You know what I mean? True.
But then, it could be two people that people like, but then, you have, an outsider, like Jade coming in... And then Shayna's been here for a hot minute. Maybe it's going to rub you a little differently.
Right, Jade's getting this major push, and we haven't even seen Shayna on TV.
Like Cena and Cody fight, and they go backstage, and Cody's like, Cena, you messed up the spot. Whatever, they're both right. You know what I'm saying? But who do you just get? You just get coming here, Ricky Saints. Going in talking shit about Femi. That would be different. Like NXT roster would be like, bro.
I love when he's talking to Ava on every NXT and somebody comes pissed off and he's like, why is everybody so mad here? I don't get it.
I like that. But you know what I mean though? He just came in. You don't have that.
You're not he's not gonna do that.
Whatever. It might be just a rumor, who knows?
So speaking of rumors, there's talks that Rey Fenix is gonna make his debut after the European tour which ends on March 31st.
Maybe he was the mass luchador.
Maybe he was the mass luchador. Gracias.
I would say we do that at work, but we'll probably end up in HR.
We'll be in HR, yeah, immediately.
And it's not even anything bad. It's just our favorite wrestler.
Yeah, sure.
American Matador.
I like that. That was a good one.
Yeah, I hope they use
a good
it.
one.
Yeah, I did read another rumor. I think we're getting to the rumor section of the show about the original plans that was pitched to Cody that he was supposed to be heel, and Cody turned it down.
Really, I didn't see that.
And it was like a bit like more of a professional business. Like, hey, I don't think that's good for my character. And then they agreed. Like, this is Cody's.
So like he was gonna sell his soul to Rock.
Yeah, initially that it was supposed to be Cody selling his soul. And they like contemplated it, but then Cody was just like, you know what? Like, this is where
That's not gonna work.
I think it's better when I'm here, and it would be better. And everybody thought it would. Then it would be more of a shock if Cena did it. So then they went in that direction. But
imagine if they both turn heel.
You know what I like though? If this is true, I don't know if it is, but even if it is, that they actually like talk to him about it,
right?
And then take his opinions too.
Because I feel like the past would have just been like, no, you're turning heel. I don't care.
Yeah, Vince Demore would have just been like, you're doing whatever I said.
That's his name on the show, Vince Demore.
Vince Demore.
He just, no, you're turning heel. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Like they're able to do that. Like what, in the words of Triple H,
what's best for business?
What's best for business? What's
It's funny that we haven't heard that in so long. And then he hasn't said it in years. And then Cena says it, and nobody clicked it. Like, oh my god, can Cena be going heel? You kind of sound like him a little bit. But
no, he does say after everything.
So I have that Tennille Dashwood, who FKA is Emma, and Mike Rowless, who used to be Riddick Moss, Madcap Moss. They welcomed their first child into the world. I believe it was on Monday, maybe Sunday. I don't have the actual date, which I feel bad for, but way to go. Congratulations.
Speaking of relationships, I heard that Miro and
Lana
got back together.
Like the to the date a year after they got a divorce. They renewed their vows, and I was like, I read it because it says like
maybe they tested the water.
Miro and Lana renewed their vows a year after, and I'm like, is it really renewing your vows after a divorce though? Isn't it like a remarriage?
It's Rusev Day every day in the bedroom.
Not if they got a divorce, it wasn't.
If somewhere else it was.
So, and this is actually a little shout out to our podcast episode. March 10th was JoJo's 21st birthday. JoJo, who used to be a commentator, not a commentator,
ring announcer.
Mm-hmm. That's a little sneak peek of what the podcast is going to be this week. But I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, like she's doing all right. She's doing good for herself. The whole Bray thing. The last piece of news I have, so I watched Chris Van Vliet, Will Ospreay was on. Nothing really crazy. The only thing that was talked about that I didn't know, Will Ospreay's dyslexic.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Besides the whole travel thing that we talked about before, that literally he travels, like if they don't have a pay-per-view, he travels, I think Sunday, and then comes back on Tuesday or something. He found out that, like, they figured it out to where he'll be in the air for like 2 months straight for a year. With all his airtime. Yeah, with all his airtime.
Well, then again, he's a really busy guy, so he takes care of his family when he's at home. He's doing his wrestling when he's in the States. Maybe just on the plane, he just gets to watch movies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's his downtime.
I didn't realize he was dyslexic. I didn't realize his wife was a wrestler, too. I guess I'm guessing it's just in the indies.
I thought she was, but then retired from it.
I don't know, because somebody put online, because he said something about her. And somebody put online, let's not forget, this is his wife, and it was in a wrestling ring. So maybe it's an older picture. I don't know. Maybe she's not. Maybe she is retired anymore. But the way he said it, like, because he said something about, they talked about, it wasn't contracts. I guess, like, scripts or whatever. And he was like, I see it, and I can't do it, and everything's mismatched. And Chris Van Vliet's like, you're dyslexic? And he's like, yeah, that's the word. I'm dyslexic. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, never would have guessed. Never would have known. Never would have guessed. Never would have anything. That's all the news I have. That's all the news you got?
That's all the news I got.
Do you have a promo for this week?
You know what? I was so into talking, and I couldn't even think of one.
You don't do a promo on how much paint costs? Because it's expensive. It's stupidly expensive for no
paint
reason.
Is ridiculously expensive.
Ridiculously expensive.
I had no idea. I honestly didn't. And we painted a room like 2 years ago.
And it probably wasn't. It probably doubled by then.
Yeah, I mean, we're painting 3 rooms, so primer and paint and everything.
But still, like
that's insane. There's nothing else I can say about it though. Like we need it. It's gonna look nice.
Right.
But at the end of the day, fuck you, paint. Jesus Christ.
So speaking of fuck you, paint, this isn't for paint, but this is for people that like to, you're driving on the highway and they have to get off on an exit and they get off right at the last second when you have the whole exit ramp to go. They decide to get off right at the end and then slow down to like 5 miles an hour. I don't understand the point. You've got the whole way. If you're there, I could see. Maybe if you're on the other side and there's traffic, but if you're in that lane by the exit, just start moving over right there as soon as the exit lane happens. Not right at the end. I don't know why I don't know if it's there's something special going on this week, but I feel like every time I drove this week, everybody that I saw was right at the end is when they got on the exit ramp, and I'm just like, I don't get it. Like as soon as I see it, I get over it just because it's so much easier.
Not to get into certain topics, but I think ever since COVID happened, and like we were all like, stuck in our house and not able to do shit, literally every person in America, maybe other countries too, haven't visited, but I'm sure it's the same, forgot how to drive.
I feel like you're right.
Because it's absolutely terrible when I go out. There's literally people cutting you off all the time. Everybody, like, the whole thing. You stop at a stop sign first. You're typically the one that has the right of way.
Or if two, or if two come up, it's usually the person on the right. But yeah,
literally taking Riley to school this morning. I just got a promo. I didn't even think it was literally. I stopped at a 3-way stop sign. 1 here, 2 coming this way. I stop. This lady comes up. She's not even stopped yet. Didn't even stop yet. I'm like, okay, she got a stop sign, so I put my blinker on. I use my blinker. Oh, that too.
Even if you're in a turning lane, put the blinker on still.
Yeah, not hard to use. I put my blinker on to turn in my driveway. You want to know why? Because I'm not a bag of uncircumcised penises. I care about other people. Anyways, so I put my blinker on. I go to make this turn. This lady just decides, I'm
gonna go.
I'm just gonna yield at the stop sign, and it just starts to go. And then, like, honks her horn at me as I'm making the turn. Okay. Typically, my reaction would be not safe for work. Block the ears of all the kids around. Well, my daughter was with me. So, obviously, I like to avoid all that stuff around here. Just let it go and everything. But how dumb do you have to be? A, it's not a yield sign.
Right.
Like, it doesn't mean slow. But, like, I got there first, so technically I should have been able to go. But I don't know.
You know where it happens to me a lot? Right here, coming to my house. Because going up the street, it's a 4-way, but it's only technically, like, it's a 4-way, but right here's my friend's house and their driveway. There's a stop sign coming this way, a stop sign this way, but, like, the main road, I guess, Broadway, doesn't have a stop sign. So you can keep going. So when I get halfway up the little hill, I'll put my turn signal on to see that that I'm turning to that lane, the people with the stop sign. Some people don't care; they'll go. There's been so many times, there's been almost so many accidents right there, and I'll put the window down and I'm like, "Hey, that's cool. Don't worry about it. Like, I'll just crash in your car. It's cool." Or they're looking at me like I'm doing something.
Or spots on rudder. Amy told me that a lot of that because you're going straight, right? Some of those side streets have the stop signs that come, and people don't. They think that we do too, but like we don't because we're on a main street.
Oh, you know what's another good one that I hate? Where they're like 4-ways, whatever, where used to be red lights and now there's stop signs. Oh, that one makes me mad. There's a couple on Union Street where there used to be a red light, but it costs too much to change the LED, so they make it a stop sign. So many people, I don't know if they forget, if they're looking up and there's not a stop sign anymore, they'll blow those stop signs so easily there anymore too. I hate driving down Union Street because of it. I'll try to go another way, but...
And that's the point. Woo. That's the point. People, like, it's not hard. It's really not hard. Literally, my kids are better at driving in video games than you are at driving on the roads. Honestly, go pick yourselves up an original Nintendo. Go blow off the old Paperboy. Stick that in there and learn there. Because obviously you have no idea what the hell you're doing in real life. Gran Turismo has all the licenses you can get. Like, come on, people. Like, there should be mandatory retests.
I was just gonna say every, I don't know,
5 years.
Once, either maybe not every 5 years, but maybe once you hit a certain age.
No, I don't even want to age discriminate because I've seen some older people that are better drivers than people my age.
Yeah.
I say every 5 years. I don't give a shit if you're 16. I don't give a shit if you're 116. Every 5 years, people need to retake their test because some people out there, and dude, I've seen. I don't care, age, gender, anything. Shouldn't even be behind the wheel of a cheese wheel. They shouldn't be behind a cheese wheel, let alone a wheel of a freaking
You're
car.
right. You're right.
drivers. I could cut a promo on drivers every single day.
It's bad. And the school bus.
Dude, 1 week I literally sat there and I kept count. I think I almost got hit like 7 times taking Riley to and from school, which is 4 streets away.
Literally, yeah. You could see the school from your house.
Well, you know what? Now that we got ourselves all worked up, that's all I got for this week.
That's all I got for this week.
This episode went a little long. We had a lot of news to talk about.
There was a lot of news to talk about. There was an extra show to talk about.
We just rambled like a bunch of idiots.
What else? That's all we ever do.
Typically.
I do want to, like, if there's a real good one, maybe like their WrestleMania, maybe we'll watch AEW and do that as the podcast for that week. Like that. I don't want to.
Are we becoming piano players in the process?
Because even like.
Calm down, Elton John.
Even like if TNA really does the TNA versus NXT, I think that'd be cool for the podcast. Any, I do that a lot. I talk with my hands.
I know. That's not talking with your hands. You're dancing with your hands.
Oh my God. Any. What are you mocking me now?
No.
Any higher AEW pay-per-view, maybe we'll do as the podcast, not always like in the news or whatever. What are you doing?
I'm listening to you talk.
I feel like you're mocking me.
I'm literally.
You know what? That comment is going to happen pretty soon. We are going to cut a promo with each other pretty soon.
We will cut a promo on each other.
But that's it. That's all I got. That's all you got.
And if anybody watched this entire episode to the end,
oh boy,
when we do cut a promo on each other, put down in the comments who do you think's going to win. Who do you think's going to win that promo battle?
What do you think's going to make who cry?
Is it going to be me or is it going to be him? Because I know the right answer is not
you. Yeah, I know the right answer is not you too. Oh, you know what? How many people? Bye. You're not picking your leg up that high. We forgot. I'm glad you did that. We forgot to do what we were talking about from last week. I was going to wind up with a neck brace and a limp. That's it. I'll end the show. We'll see you guys next week. Later.
Bye.